Chad.
Welcome to Pittsburgh Chatter, where I do interviews where I want, whenever I want, with who I want. And today I got the rapper and co-owner of Two Wavy Entertainment, TTIrac. How's it going, man?
What's the haps? TTIrac and his big Chad, big outer space. You already know what it is. What's the haps?
Chad.
Link up, Chad.
All right, so let's talk. I'm gonna do the same thing. Let's talk about the Chad thing, the lingo. Where did it come from, bro?
Oh man, that's from the community. That's just regular lingo where I'm from. I'm from East Side Lincoln Avenue, Pittsburgh. You already know. So that's just fluently how we talk. I just put it in the music. That's all. I bring everything out of my life when I talk that music shit.
So let's start in the beginning. How did you get into the music?
I got into music. I was always a fan of music. Like I just like music. Like I listen to music, all types of music, rap, whatever. Like good shit. Like whatever I fuck with. Vibes. I like vibes and shit. That you know what I mean.
And so one day you was listening to something and was like, I can do this.
Not really. So everybody around me, I feel like I got a lot of people around me, like my younger peers or whatever, little bros, cousins, and all that type of shit that fuck with it, but never really push themselves and shit like that. Or, you know what I mean? They was like that, and I seen it in them and shit like that. I was always familiar with music. My cousin Emiel, Mailman, he from the Hill. That's my first cousin, blood cousin, like family. So it's just like music was always close, and I guess that's probably why people gravitated to me on music without me even knowing or understanding that. And plus, the music I listen to and shit like that. So yeah, I got my nephew. He rap Eastro, hippie.
Shout
like,
out Eastro.
You know
Shout
what
out
I mean?
hippie.
Shout out all them like that shit. I gravitated to that Pappy. You know what I mean? So that's more so why I got the rapping, because I was in the studio taking them to studios and shit like that, and just ended up on the track one day.
So you're kind of just around it, and you're when you give these couple names that you're giving, these are people that are like about the music wholeheartedly, like
Hell yeah.
stay in this, like you said, stay in the
Hell
studio.
yeah, that's what. Yeah.
So over time, it was just like, all right, let me eventually just get it. So who was the person that, did anybody tell you like, hey bro, you should hop on the track, or you just did your own thing?
Pap, he called me to the stew one day. He was excited. He was fucking with this project he was doing and shit. Wanted me to hear it and shit. But this been for a whole lifetime, so I've been in and out of jail and shit. But since he been rapping since he was young and shit. But he always wanted me to hear and see that shit and hear that shit. So recently, a year ago exactly to be exact. So he called me, come to the stew. This is a transition in my life too, where I'm like, I'm tired of fucking clubbing and shit like that. Like I'm partying every day, all this other shit going on in life, right? Where I'm like trying to figure it out. Like, he got come to the stew. It's about 12 o'clock on my way to the club type shit, and I'm like, fuck it, yeah, that's all right. I pulls down there, he hit me with the track, and we all in there like.
And at the studio, it's more productive.
Yeah, so you feel me? I'm like, I jumps on the track and.
Just happened.
That's my first track. Like, if you go, my first video, like, we lay that right there. I go off on that motherfucker straight off.
And that was your first time rapping. That wasn't no.
Like, I played around like
with the bros.
Before I went to jail and shit. The same type of situation happened, kind of shit.
Mm-hmm. So when you go out now, it's like you have a, like when you're going out the club, and you have a purpose now, like to promote the music, to promote your brand.
Yeah, that's what makes sense. So that goes with what I was saying, how I was feeling at that moment. So it's like now when I'm going out in the club, I'm trying to promote my shit. I'm trying to get my music played. Like I'm trying to hear it. I'm in the building. Mm-hmm. We're in the building. Link up. We hear it. We in our element. That's what it is.
And that shows growth, bro. A lot of people don't know that, but that like shows growth, because it's like, damn, I'm going to the club just for what? Versus, I'm going to the club. We finna get this music off. We finna get our brand popping.
We
like,
make it make sense. Like, we ain't doing this shit for no reason. We ain't spending these nights in the stew. We ain't expressing ourselves on these beats and shit like that to fucking play with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we around in every which way. We making content. We stepping outside. We outside. I'm outside. It's TTIrac. Like, what's the hat? I'm around.
And you're picking the perfect time.
Hear me? It's what it is.
And you're picking the perfect time. It's about to hit the summer, too, so you're definitely picking the perfect time. One thing I also noticed is not only with you, but also Hippie, you guys have been trying to tap in with ample media platforms. What's the reasoning for this?
Yeah, man, that go back to like I'm saying, like we try to make it make sense. we trying to get her everywhere. We trying to make her face be seen everywhere. Yeah, we gonna burn down your timeline. We gonna we around.
You guys post content consistently. Like if it's not from videos of what you're doing, what you're doing that day, or even if it's like new music. Oh, tons of music videos. You have tons of music videos. Even if it's you're clipping up something like that. So who put that in your brain to always trying to push the content?
I'm like I'm saying, I'm doing it. I'm making videos. I ain't making videos for it to go to. You know what I mean? It need to be
For
seen.
fun.
it need to be seen. So yeah, we going. It's a transition in my life too. So I feel like anything I do in life, I gotta step on it. I gotta stand on it. I gotta do it for what is it? It's what I stand on. So yeah.
All right, let's dive into the music. Your most recent song that you dropped that's with a video, Big Homie. And I know that we're going to get to the project, but it wasn't on. Big Homie's not on your project though.
No, that's on the Link Up album. That Link Up, Volume 2, the G Mix.
So why did you drop this like so later on?
It's one of them songs that was lingering around, but the people they wanted it. Like they've been wanting it. It was a video that I was been supposed to do and like put out there, so I just had to tap that in. And it's like who me? I'm introducing myself out here into this, like, so yeah.
And the cameraman that you shot this with, who was it?
Hey, that's Hippie. That's Hippie.
That was Hippie?
Yeah, that's Hippie. That's too wavy on it. Yeah, we're around. We shoot the vids. We doing all that.
See, she says she does do videography, but I did not know that. So you guys are trying to make it.
And edited it too. Shit, yeah.
So you guys are trying to keep everything in house, but you're willing to work with other people. But
we're willing to work with everybody or whatever, like if it makes sense. But at the same time, we ain't stopping. We ain't slowing down for nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? So if we got whatever, we keep it pushing.
All right, and then also the Chad video. I think that might have came out around like what?
That was like a week before I dropped. Yeah,
so like 2 weeks ago almost.
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago. I dropped them back to back. I did that Chad. I did that at Myrtle Beach, Black Bike Weekend. That shit was lit. and Hippie, she recorded that too.
So but she's in the video too. So how does that work? Because it's just pass off the camera?
We outside. Yeah, we outside. we doing it for each other. The whole Link Up. Man, everybody, shout out the Link Up. Shout out the Element. We around. That's how we move.
And when it comes to the Big Homie thing, you said that was on the Lincoln mixtape.
Link Up
mixtape.
Yeah, Link Up.
Okay, so how do you
Link Up Volume 2 G Mix?
So how do you decide what songs get a video, or do you base it off of what the people fuck with?
Yeah, I kind of base it off what the people fuck with. I base it off of, I don't know, kind of fast. Like, I see visions for certain tracks. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that was one of them where I based it off of, like, how that song, put that song out about 6 months ago or something like that. You feel me? I put it out as a single at first, and then I put it on the Link Up project. So it never went down. It just kept going up. So I was like, yeah, I needed a visual for that. And like I said, it's me. It's what I'm representing type of thing. Like whatever a motherfucker or whatever you perceive a person as or something, with just looking and not knowing, that ain't it. I'm cool as hell. I'm official. If we official, we're gonna be official. I'm eye to eye, straight palms up with whatever. So that's how I'm coming.
When I first had talked to you, I wasn't aware of your video catalog, which I said before. And then once I found it out, I was like, oh my God. So you have been like the year that you've been stepping all year, like dead ass.
Back to back.
Even
a little break, and then I came back. So when I first came off, I was dropping vids every week. I'm putting a vid out. And I got locked in the stew.
On your personal channel too, so you're not one of the people that's doing it later. I'm building my personal channel now.
I'm building everything up. As I go, I'm trying to round everything. I'm trying to figure it out, and I'm learning too at the same time.
And so when I look on the channel, you got your most viewed song with Tommy Guns, The Ghetto. So
bitching from the ghetto, none of that metal. I was on the block, I was over in Fruity Pebbles.
So tell me how this came about.
Chauncey. Shout out to all my family. Shout out to Chauncey. Shout out to the whole hill. You already know what it is. That shit's a hit. That shit's like that.
So tell me how this came about and who Tommy Guns is to you.
Tommy Guns, that's family. That's cousin. That's like, yeah. So Tommy Guns, yeah, he's one of like I told y'all, everybody around me kind of rap just naturally. So shit just came together naturally. Everybody I vibe with in the studio so far is just like, we ain't make it happen. It just happened. Like we was making a route to link up.
Why do you think everyone because it's your most viewed one? So like, why do you think everyone resonates with this one in particular? Like,
to be honest with you, I think it's like, I don't know if it's probably like it's like more his song than mine's, or it's like I took it outside more so. I think when I started rapping there, like when I was talking about the perception thing, I think everybody was thinking I'm coming with just straight Lincoln. Like, you feel me? I'm gonna be talking nothing but for Lincoln, for people that, you know what I mean? So I try to paint that, and the link up is where as though we go outside first. I go shoot the video up Chauncey, I bring Cuz in. So, you know what I mean? I bring the Hill, like, you know what I mean? All my little cousins is in the video and shit like that. So,
and you've said that.
Gravitated it to a lot, you know what I mean? The Hill gravitated, so more people out in the city that gravitated to that off top type thing.
All right, we would be ignorant to not acknowledge the fact that the Hill's flourishing with music. And you said you have a lot of family on the Hill. Yeah. So the fact that you're even connecting with those like people, it's the smartest thing you could do, because they're at peak right now, and it helps you because you're already talented, and it boosts your brand too. But, okay, we got to get to the next song. For sure. The Charleston White song. So, first of all, let's.
I ain't on that song though.
I'm about to hold on, but it's on your page. So, my question is, do you know? I just want to take a break from music for 2 seconds. Do you know who Charleston White is? And you're familiar with his content? Do you watch his interviews?
I think I did in the beginning. A
couple clips, maybe. In it.
Shit.
What's your view on it? How do you feel about him?
I think he's a good trolling motherfucker. Like, yeah, he's real good at trolling. He's real good at making the people believe some bullshit type shit. Anything. I think he wake up one day and be like, man, I'm gonna prove myself that I can make people think like this. You feel me? So that's what he do. Like, I think the game and shit like that, a lot of that type of shit is like easy to do right now. So I'm trying to bring this shit back to some solid shit.
The real.
There's a lot of solid people out here, and there's a lot of solid things going on. For whereas though people don't have to try to chase the goofy shit and gravitate towards that try to get on and shit like that. And you following something somebody else did that worked it for them. Everything don't work for everybody. Everybody can't do the same thing. So you wasting time trying to follow something that somebody else did because they did that shit naturally. That's how I look at it. That's just my opinion, and that's how I rock.
I respect it. But as far as this song being on your page, were you in the studio when this got recorded? Did you have any type of involvement in it?
Yeah, we in the element, man. We burnt that bitch down. We was in the element fucking 24/7 for fucking 9 months straight. Yeah, everybody around me came in. We fucking rapped. Get on that. You ever heard about like Tupac when they was like Tupac, like you know Tupac making a platinum hit. When he in the studio, he got all his gang, the outlaws, everybody around him. So he's burning through tracks. You gotta get it. You get a chance to get on this track or not. Whoever, everybody can't get on this motherfucker. So everybody on go time. That's how that shit was in there. You ready to make a song? You ready? You ready? Who ready? So it was on that type of shit in there. So we was burning the tracks down.
Maximize your time in the studio. That's the best thing you can possibly do. Shit. But let's get to the project, man. You recently dropped a project called Lil Mondo, correct?
Shit, Lil Mondo. That's me. That's my alter ego, if you want to call it that, though. But yeah, that's me.
And this is a mix. This is an album, correct?
That's an album.
So we'll say this would be your fourth project, but your first album.
First album. Yeah,
okay.
This is my first album. This is what I'm standing on. Like, this is what it is. That's that Lil Mondo, yeah.
The most listened song, though, is The Menace.
Go get that.
The Menace with Papa. Is it? I don't know. Pappy, okay.
With Pat, Chad.
So tell me about this song.
Gang bangers, institutions. Yeah, that's that. That's a lifestyle for the streets. We taking it to the streets. You already know. Everybody say menace to society, but that's a movie. We talking about real life situations. We talking about what we seen coming up, growing up, the influence, all that type of thing. But in a better perspective of that ain't what it is. Like, you feel me? So it's like I'm approachable, but I came through that type of thing. I seen that type of thing. It's hardcore type shit.
To make people that aware of that.
Rapping shit. I was on my rap type shit on that too.
And you said Little Mondo, that's your personality?
It ain't my personality. That's who I am. I'm Lil Mondo. Street, like, that's my, yeah.
So who would be Big Mondo?
That's my brother,
Okay.
CIP. Rest in peace. My idol. Yeah. So, yeah, I was Lil Mondo. Not was, but I am Lil Mondo.
And we'll get back, but were you guys really close? And
shit, yeah, damn, that's like, yeah, that's my idol. That's my
talk about him a little bit.
That was, yeah, that's my big brother. Same household, everything.
And you guys were really close, like.
I mean, he's my older brother, so we was years apart, but we probably like 8 years apart or some shit like that. But yeah, that was my idol. That's my big brother.
Respect.
And I lost him at a young age, like, so that was something that made my life go into a different path at the time that it did too. For the streets, I chose the streets after that. What it was.
But one thing I do want to say is, when you have the talent that you have and you're making music and you're naming projects, like even keeping the name alive, you know what I mean? It's respect to the person, and it shows that like you still care and that you still will always love the person.
That's in me. Yeah, I mean, it ain't on me.
So I want to give you respect for that, for sure. All right.
Man, you got the publicity get mixed with the I mean, Lil Mondo, shit, Chad. Now go get that.
All right, so what was your favorite song personally on the project that you liked the most?
I like Lil Mondo, number one.
Me too.
Like, like I said, this project is like the introduction to me. And that song is like the introduction to me too. Like, you feel me? Everything is, so, yeah. That's just a statement. That's me. I'm giving it. This is me. That's who I am. I'm Lil Mondo, TTIrac. Everybody might not know that.
I remember the bar. I never told, give me 1,000 years, I'll never fold. And I repeated that, and I'll always, cause even now I would start listening to it. And I know you see me post it, like, cause like I just like the song, and like I like songs where it's like people poured their heart onto, and you can tell like it means something to them. You know, like that's one of the best things that can possibly happen.
Shit, man. Man, that's real. That's 100%. There's no gimmicks. There's no fugaziness. Is what it is. Like when we choose the shit or the lifestyles that we be living, you gotta accept everything that come with it, right or wrong. Don't glorify. Be happy for the fucking good shit. You gotta accept the L's and the losses with it. Like you gotta accept everything. So yeah, we stand on everything we do, and that's what that's about. That's what that is.
When it comes, and I asked you this last time, but we got to go over this again. When it comes to your voice, are you aware of how unique it is and how it stands out versus other rappers? Like, it's very unique in the terms of, like I said, Pop Smoke, DMX.
I was about to say that. I mean, little homies or whatever, when we in the studio, my little homie Lee said, yo, man, I need you to start fucking playing with your voice. That shit is crazy. It's like some Pop Smoke type shit. So I wasn't getting it and shit at first because it's still then. I'm just trying to figure out how to deliver the bars and shit, stay on the beat and all that type of shit. So, but now that I'm in my zone and shit, I be like, all right, I get it. I be fucking with my voice and shit. Like, my other homie told me and shit, like, like, your shit, like, you always the same. You different when you on it, but your shit, like, ain't the same type of shit. Like you switch it up type of. I don't know how to explain that.
Here, I can explain it perfectly for you. When you do music by yourself, you have a certain tone, and then when you collab with different people, you adapt to their sound, but your voice is still going to stay the same, but it also adapts, so it like changes. So for sure. So as soon as you like master it and you're on the path to it, like I haven't seen anyone with like a voice like yours that doesn't make it. Like if I'm being completely honest, like when you have that unique sound, because that's not something you can add auto-tune to get. That's not something you can reverb to get. It's you.
Shit, I deliver that shit. Good look for noticing that shit. Like, again, respect.
For sure, for sure. All right, you guys also have some merch. So talk about that. How did this come about?
I got the Link Up merch. We got the Hip got the Too Wavy. I got the Link Up, the Element, and my Element, the logo. You already know.
What made you want to start making merch?
I mean, I made it for the. I'm gonna wear my own shit. Like, I'm fucking with this rap shit. Like, I'm in this shit to win it, man. I'm in this shit that makes sense. Like, I want to put my logo, my brand, my movement out there. So you put it on the clothes, you put it on the posters or whatever you gotta do so they can see that shit. So I'm keeping everything in their face.
All right, for sure. Your personality, and now we're going to get to this part of the segment where it's you look at the vlogs, you look at the stuff you post on your Instagram, and outside of the music, you have a personality. You're able to hype your people up. You're able to make people laugh. You're able to people to feel comfortable. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's not a lot of things that like hood people can really do. Like us hood people, it's like normally sometimes we make people feel uncomfortable, but you can tell when you step in the room, you're going to make sure everybody good.
I'm comfortable with myself, yeah. So if I fuck with it or if I fuck with it, then I think we should be all right. Like everybody ain't got to have a pride, ego thing going on where as though you got to make everything weird and odd. Like, you know what I mean? So if we doing something or we seen eye to eye to get together on something, why not make it make sense and give it that feeling, because I don't want to be fucking with, like, you know what I mean? You can't
be tough all the time.
I done came from that. I done had that where you have to be like that. Like, you know
it's
what I'm
not
saying?
Fun.
Yeah, it's not something you put on or make. It's what it is. It's the survival instincts type of thing. So let's do this shit. Like, let's rap. Let's motherfucker. We having fun. We trying to get to something that makes sense.
So if you were offered the opportunity to maybe do like a show or something like that, would you do it? Like if somebody wanted you in a TV show or something, would you do it? And do you think you can do it?
Man, I could do anything. Hell yeah, I could do it. Fucking right. So if it makes sense, yeah, we route with it. Yeah.
They got that bag got to be right though.
That bag, like that bag and we ain't doing no weird shit. That's it. Everything else, we around.
For sure, for sure. All right, there's another song. There we go. How did you get this song? This is you have a legendary person that makes beats, Cardio Beats.
My dog, Cardi on the beats, fucking right, man. I locked in with Cardi. That's the first producer I locked in with, right in with Cardi. So we was going in and I was figuring it out. I don't even know if he ain't even know. I ain't really know what I was doing and shit.
Yeah, like, you hear the song, it looked like you knew what you was doing, my nigga.
I like, yo, then I cook, I get my beats like cooked, like off top, like you gonna make the beat around what I'm feeling in my vibe, like, so, yeah, there we go.
When you first heard it though, like you first heard his beat, cause that beat is sick, bro.
Crazy.
What was your expression?
That shit turned me up. I think it gave off where I came with, like, cause I go off, like, I hear the beat, and I'm to the mic, and we stepping. So, yeah, that's what I heard, what I gave. There we go. Like, big TT when I pop out, chain on my neck, and respect, I'm about to show out.
It'd be turned. All right, I don't want to forget to mention Hippie here, because this is another person that you had came with the first time when you were here, and it's just like, you guys have a connection where it's all about work, and when you guys are getting together, you guys have one mindset of let's get this done, let's get A and B done, let's get this done, let's get this content out. So what inspires this connection?
My dog Hip?
Yeah.
What inspires what? How we move?
When it comes to, we'll get to the song, but when it comes to the music, the content, how you guys work together so well.
Yeah, that's my dog before the music, so yeah, she's family, that's my sis, so that's just a given with that part of it. But then the music, we try and make it happen. We try and lead by example. We understand things that we stepping into, and we taking it on in full throttle. Like, yeah.
The Bet It All song. One of your recent collabs. How did this come about? You guys are doing verse for verse, which is not something most people can do. You have to, like I said, you have to have a certain connection. You have to have a certain vibe to be able to go back and forth and it match. Talk about this song.
All right, the truth about this song. So that's my third song, right? That's my third song, my third time in the studio. Hip seen me rapping and shit. She geeked like, oh, you rapping? She hit me. Doc, where you at? Where you at, Doc? I'm trying to perfect my craft and shit. Like, hold on, we ain't going. You can't come in this motherfucker right down and burn me down type shit. Like, hold on, let me figure this out real quick. I'm headed to the yo one day. I'm like, my car hit. Just up top, she come to the motherfucking studio. That was like the best studio session area. It was just crazy. We was everywhere in that motherfucker. We had ups, downs. Yeah, I mean, it was emotion. It was crazy. We had a blast, and that song came out. That shit was the truth. But we just put, that was another one that the video just came out, but the song been out for about 8 months.
Who did the beat?
That was a beat she pulled. She got that from somewhere. I can't really recall right now. But yeah. And she was thinking the vibe wasn't going to be where I was going to be going with it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and it was.
No, y'all tore that song the fuck up.
It was it. We went in there. I'm like, we ain't writing. We going off of how we feel, what we on.
The idea for the video, though, whose idea was it?
My dog.
You guys were in the park. You got the kids. It's just like it looks like a black family reunion.
Yeah, so my nephew and them, they fucking love this song. So that's like one of them songs that wouldn't die off. Or even with them, they send me the videos. They rapping it word for word at every little function they have in and shit like that. The little kids, like word for word, forever. They've been knowing that song. So it's like, oh yeah, we got to throw this song. We're gonna have a nice cookout for them. Bring the blow up houses and jumpy things and all that outside. Cookout. Yeah, call the community out, bring everybody together to link up.
So since the kids were singing your lyrics, I know, all right, first let's talk about how it feels, like, bro, and be honest, because I know you, like, in your heart, you feel it like, damn, these niggas know my lyrics word for word. How does it feel?
Inspiring. Like, it's crazy. It'd be like, that's when it lets you know that what you're doing is meaning something. People is taking it serious, so you got to stand up for that, because that's people believing in me. That's how I take it. Like, they believe in me. They watching for all right, what's going on? What we about to do? You know what I mean? Shit, that's inspiring.
And to the younger generation, they're seeing, oh, he's taking this music thing serious. I like his songs. Yeah. Like, oh, maybe I can do it, and that just changes the whole generation.
That's what I want. That's what I'm trying to give. That feeling close to the people. Like, I don't like. We ain't had that, especially in my community. We don't know nothing about that on that side of the music thing. But we do got Aaron Donald and shit
B.
like
Marsh.
that. Like, yeah, I mean, we got that out our community. We put that out there. But the rapping and that, like the words and the feeling, yeah, we gonna lead these people in the right way and everything. So when I'm talking, I ain't talking about things we doing right now. I'm talking about the things we went through to make shit make sense, because we had to go through it. You know what I mean? This is how we had. We ain't like, that's just what came with it.
And basically learn by our mistakes, kind of.
Learn from that type. Yeah, we everything we went through is a learning process. It ain't to stay stagnant at one spot. You gotta go up. It's always going up.
Life is a lesson.
Shit, yeah.
So quote I like to live by. All right, so what is the main goal? Outside of making it outside the hood, that's what we all want to do. What is your main goal? Like something that you've been like, damn, I want to take this to this level. And of course you're going to.
My main goal, I want to inspire the community. I want to inspire the bird. I want the bird to step the fuck up, because we don't got to step on each other. If y'all want to step on something, let's step on another city by making this shit make sense. Let's route. Like, we can rap together, throw concerts and shit. Let's fucking put this shit together for the city. That's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to fuck with. That's what I want to see. I'll be like, because it'll make sense for the city. That's what I think. I want this shit to make sense for the city.
And you've changed and you've started that process, but let's ask the question of, to someone that may have not been in that process of, oh, I'm changing and I'm about to take it to the next level, what would be some advice you would give them so that they can?
About music, if they on the
yes.
music, if you on the music, I think you're making music to try to better yourself in some type of way. You ain't doing it, or you shouldn't be doing it just to be trying to make statements and shit and be cocky or whatever, just to make a life that the streets type shit. You know what I mean? So I guess music is a part of the streets and shit like that, but you don't want to make it street. Like, for what? That's like ass backwards type of shit. So I don't think that's necessary. I think you do this shit to make it better for yourself, your family, or inspire somebody.
Have a bigger goal, for sure. All right, a lot of people, how can I say this? A lot of people don't take the music shit serious, but they're talented.
Talented.
So for someone that's talented but just don't take it serious, what was some advice you would give them?
Man, take it serious because you really.
Because you know there's a lot of people.
You really love that shit. It's a lot. So that's why I was getting that. Part of the reason why I'm rapping and I started rapping because like I'm like, damn, look at me, like whatever you want to feel about me, I don't give a fuck because I ain't being competitive with this shit. I'm being competitive with the craft of it or whatever. So if you talented, you really love this shit. Deep down, you doing it to yourself at times. Like, you know what I mean? You might be reciting rap to yourself, but you ain't taking your step to put that shit out there. To take the lead to do what you want to do for real. Just go about that shit. Just go for it, man. That's what I say. Go for it, man. Go at it.
One of the things One of the things that has been popular throughout music history since it's begun is rap beefs. It's made some of the biggest artists out of Pittsburgh big. It's made some of the biggest artists out of Atlanta big. And it's also made a talking theme for the Drake and Kendrick thing. So if someone was to battle, like kind of drop a diss track against you, but we're strictly music. We're keeping it all music. Yeah. Would you battle somebody? Would you drop a diss track to go back at them?
I ain't dropping no diss tracks. No, I ain't that type of rapper. I ain't on that, man. I ain't dropping no diss tracks.
So you'll just let it ride out?
Yeah, like, nah. Because that could go somewhere. Even if I ain't on that. I got people's on that. Some shit people take serious and you don't even know they probably taking it serious and some shit you can't stop.
No, but like if it's, all right.
I know with me, I ain't making a song or I ain't taking it like that to take it to the streets or nothing like that. That's what I'm saying. But you don't never know who fuck with me.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's say you reach the industry. You get into industry and you know it's just music.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody you got crews, you got entourages, whatever. That brings people involved with that type of shit that might not know and understand just the battle rap of it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So you think it's dumb to basically go back and forth with this is because of that specific reason? Because people love you and they'll go, okay,
yeah,
I get it.
Exactly,
Yeah, I get it.
It ain't that you telling them to do it. They might react on their own.
And we seen that with the Kendrick and Drake shit.
You know what I'm saying? They going to react on their own. You don't even know. People fuck with motherfuckers out here.
Okay, so if you were to get signed, what's your amount that you would want? Like you would be like, okay.
Shit, I don't know if it's an amount that I want. I want
independence.
Everybody around, just push us, just take us up there and let us keep doing what we doing. You know what I mean? As long as we can own, we own it.
So you're big on owning all your music. You don't want.
I hear all the stories, everything. So why go into it like that? Like, fuck no. So,
bro, there's gonna be a time where, like, I'm telling you, bro, somebody's gonna come to you with that $10 million contract, and you're gonna tell me that, like, you're gonna turn it down because you're gonna be thinking, oh, if they can offer me 10, what am I worth?
We're gonna negotiate something. We're gonna talk. We're gonna make everything an understanding. Like, so it's not. I'm not cocky on saying I'm turning down anything, but I just need to understand everything fully. That's it.
So you'll sit on that and be like, let me check this.
Yeah, we ain't gonna get excited. Oh, that's that money. Like, you feel me? That's that bag right there. Let's go. Motherfuckers lock themselves into some shit they ain't even understand they did, just chasing that bag. And when that bag might not even have made sense. It ain't that bag at the end of the day.
So technically I did have your first interview, correct?
Shit.
Outside of Hippie, correct?
You said your first?
Technically I had your first interview outside of Hippie, or did Vibe Ship have your first?
Ship.
Okay, so it goes Vibe Ship, it goes Hippie, Vibe Ship, and then it would be me.
Shit.
So your experience on sitting down for interviews and things like that, how do you feel about it? Are you starting to get more comfortable? Do you like it?
I'm getting comfortable. See, at first I think the podcast and the interview thing, I was not understanding. So on the podcast, I wasn't fluently talking on them, just waiting for questions and just answering them like that. But when I got to see myself look back at the interviews and shit, like, oh, I ain't handling it. Then I see how my dog handle it and shit. She go out. So yeah, now I get it. I'm getting more comfortable.
And it shows.
It's just all different for me being in front of this camera. But I step, so why not step?
Yeah. See, that's the last time I had you here, and I just kept saying "cha" after that. But you have a way of just making everybody end up saying that.
Hey, like, you feel me? It makes sense because it's levels of it. You can level that chair. It's excitement. It's up, downs. It's a shit chair. Yeah, man. Yeah.
All right, so we see that you're doing good, and when it comes to the music, but outside of the music, mentally in your life, like, how are you doing? Like, for real?
Man, I'm good. I'm moving and grooving. You know, we deal with life how it come. Yeah, I mean, I'm every day. We just happy to wake up.
I respect that. Okay. And as far as like outside of music, like, or it's kind of hard for me to ask that because everywhere you go, you're like, even if it's just something as simple as I'm going down the street, but I'm putting on my merch to go down the street.
Yeah.
You're always going to be promoting it. So is there anything that you like, hobbies or something that you have outside? Like you might like to hoop.
No,
you might like
I guess this is everything.
So it's become life.
Yeah, it took what everything, my hobby or whatever. So that's where you get to doing everything that come with it. You get to rapping, you get to making the videos, you got to creating the content. Yeah, it's well-rounded shit. So yeah.
And what do family and friends think of it?
Like, you make them believe, like you make them see it. Anything that somebody do is seriously, like somebody got to understand it. They gonna look at it even if they don't understand it from the beginning. But once you start doing it seriously, and you taking it and making it serious, hey, if a person fuck with you and love you like they say they love you, they gonna feel it and understand you. You know what I mean?
All right, man. One thing I want to say is like, the first interview we did, like I had told you, it wasn't the best. And now, like, I'm so glad I brought you back and we redid it because, like, this is way better. This is what I wanted.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that. That's some real shit because some motherfuckers will try to, you know what I mean, probably, you know what I mean, whatever off of that, like.
No.
Or just don't give a fuck.
No.
But I appreciate that. It made me double back on, like, well, all right.
When you I'm not going to say you don't see it, but, like, I have a vision that's way farther than most people. So I knew once I heard the music, I was like, all right, I need an interview that's going to make it so that people come back and be like, what was he like before? And before, because you're gonna get to the point where you really cocky.
Yeah,
like I'm telling you, bro. Because I know it, like I can see it. So you want people to kind of like see the before, and I also want them to be able to look at this interview and be able to say, oh, he knew he was going to make it. There's things that I can take that he's given in the beginning, advice and things like that. So tell people where they can follow you.
Man, follow me, TTIrac, Iraq baby, Instagram, TTIrac, all platforms, 2 T's, IRAC, 2 T's, IRAC, all platforms on the music. Instagram, T-Bread on Facebook.
And what you got? And tell people what else you got coming up.
We got shows. We got the link up content bust down that's coming up. Videos. I'm dropping videos. Okay, I'm dropping video for me and S Money and Forever Hippie. That's that royalty. We dropping out royalty. Yeah, just look out for them vids.
All right, man. I appreciate you.